Hi everybody, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. And wow, what do you know? It's a list video today. Yes, a dreaded list video. I don't do these too often, I guess, but because everyone does them, but I don't know. They're kind of fun at the same time, right? I kind of like doing them. Yeah, fall fragrances, right? Everybody's talking about what fall fragrances, what are the best. This is not what are the best. This is just fall fragrances that I have that I'll recommend to you. This is what I like to wear in the fall. Most of them here are like clones of some sort or a different take on it, but the real version is gonna do you the same if you happen to have it or you have access to it. You want to buy a decant or whatever. So yeah, some of these, most of these I think work very well. I do have some others I was gonna pick, but they kind of, I don't know. I have a lot, so I just want to show you. So first off, as I knock the bottles over, we have Volatile by Belcam. And what this is, that's nice. This is a Spice Bomb clone. Belcam is a company that makes clone fragrances that you generally find at Walmart. You can find them online as well. You can actually find them on Amazon, I think, if you look. Some of them are pretty terrible, and some of them are outstanding. This is one of the better ones, I think. It does not have the most amazing performance, but the smell of it is quite good. And I don't know. It just doesn't smell terribly synthetic to me. I think it's quite good. Um, I think it's a little bit different than Spice Bomb though. I think this has more of like a leathery, woody dry down. You do get that very signature, sweet, spicy sort of smell at the top, but then when it dries down, it gets more into a leather wood smell, and I think it all smells very nice. Um, Quite a handsome smell at the dry down. So Spice Bomb, I recommend. Or this one. This one only costs $10 if you want something cheap that you can just throw on, not worry about spraying it. I really recommend this. A little more playful. Then we go to something that's not quite as playful, and another clone, also by Belcam, and this is Belcam's Classic Match Obsession, which of course is Calvin Klein Obsession. I think that this is an outstanding fall fragrance. I do think that this is one that would work all year round for some people. It's even signature scent worthy for some people. But I think really in the fall is where this shines. I always think of this one as almost like a toned down Old Spice, but more elegant. It has like a sort of a sweetness to it. It's not a very sweet fragrance, but it has some cinnamon and spices in it. It's a little more dated smelling or old school, perhaps, as some people would say. It smells more like the 80s or something. I still think it's an excellent fragrance, and I think it really fits the time period, the weather. Next, we have one that can go a couple different ways. This is Michael Jordan Legend. I picked this one because it's kind of a gourmand. Um, it's like a vanilla chocolatey kind of smelling fragrance with a lot of lavender in it, and it smells very rich and very, very good. But the lavender at the top, and there's some pepper and woods in it. It keeps it smelling masculine at the same time. Some gourmands just straight up smell like food. This one also has the woods and the pepper and the lavender mixed in, which is just smells amazing. So Michael Jordan Legend is the cheap version of this. I think it's good, and despite being an eau de cologne, I think it performs pretty well. You can spend honestly a couple more dollars and get Rocha Man, which smells almost identical. I mean, so close. Maybe a little less lavender. Same perfumer, Maurice Roussel, I think. Or you can get Bond Number 9 New Harlem, which is the much more expensive version. Might not even be made anymore. I've never tried that one. But that's a great one if you're looking for something a little more gourmand, but still a little bit masculine. Next, I have one. I just threw this in here because I think this works perfectly fine in the fall, although it works any time of the year. I think it works fine all year round. And this is, of course, Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. I had to look at it like, what is this one? This is a Barber Shop scent. It can be a little soapy at the top, which I like. And it's mostly a barbershop scent. It came out in the 70s. It smells like it came out in the 70s, but I think there's plenty of men that can rock this fragrance. The reason I recommend it for fall is because in the dry down, more of this woodsy oak moss smell comes out, and it gets a lot warmer than the top. And it also has a honey note in there. The honey is very, very subtle in this fragrance, but it just adds just a touch of sweetness that makes it this rich fragrance in the fall. And you can't go wrong with this. It's cheap. It smells great. It has great performance. Not for everybody. I can certainly see people not liking this, but I think it's fantastic. The next one is one that I have really only talked about once on this channel, and that's Volatile by Tom Ford. I have a sample because it's like $86,000 a bottle. This is really three main things. It's vanilla, honey, and then woods. There's many notes listed: tobacco, plum, lots of flowers. The main notes are vanilla, rum, and woods. And really the two main ones are the vanilla and the rum. And it's beautiful, smooth vanilla, gorgeous rum note. I don't normally like liquor notes or, alcoholic sort of notes because they can kind of come off too bright sometimes for me. If that makes sense, not fresh, but just a bright smell. They pop a lot off my skin, and it's so smooth in this. This is very good. It's a good companion to Tobacco Vanille if you like that. It smells similar, but it has some differences going on. It's just a nice companion to that fragrance. There's a clone by Alexandria Fragrances that seems to have pretty good reviews. All of their stuff I've tried is fantastic. So if you don't want to pay the crazy prices or get a decant, you want a nice full bottle, check that out. And the last one is Fahrenheit. I have Alexandria Fragrances version of Fahrenheit called 69 Fahrenheit. It's an interesting name. I don't know why you call it that. I love Fahrenheit. It's one of my top 3 fragrances. I know it very well. This is a amazing clone, probably the best you're gonna find. I would not say that if I didn't think so, because I know that fragrance very well. I think it's incredibly hard to find a good clone of that scent. It's very unique and it's very hard to clone. This is very good. If you are looking for a Fahrenheit clone, this is what you want to get. It has way better performance than Fahrenheit does. These are extrait de parfums. They last all day. I think this is an outstanding alternative. And I honestly think the construction is better on this. That's just my opinion, though. This just goes super well in the fall and winter. You guys know Fahrenheit. Excuse me, Fahrenheit. It's this grassy, leathery petrol smell at the beginning, and it dries down into patchouli and dark woods and spices, and it's just an amazing fragrance. As an alternative to this, what I would really recommend, probably we're getting into winter, is Fahrenheit Le Parfum, which is a flanker Fahrenheit that has more rum and suede in it. It's a little sweeter. It's much more rich. That might be something you're looking for. I don't know if that one's made anymore, though, and it is very expensive. But if you are looking for a sweeter, not very sweet, Fahrenheit would not work well as an ultra sweet fragrance, but something sweeter and richer, perhaps you check that out. Maybe you can find a sample or a decant of it online. I'm not sure. It's a very hard to find expensive fragrance, but it's almost worth it. It's very good. That's it. That's all I have that I plan on wearing. I'm really, really wanting to wear Tobacco Vanille, which I don't have. So I'd like to get probably a clone of that or an oil or something, because I think that's going to be something I'm really going to want to wear this fall season. So let me know, although that's kind of more of a winter scent, but whatever. Let me know what you're planning on wearing, what your favorite fall winter scents are. Let me know what you've been wearing. I always like to hear from you guys. I know I haven't been on here a lot, but I've just been very busy. But I wanted to make this for you, catch up with you and see what you guys have been up to. I hope everybody's doing well and smelling good. Peace out.